Hi everyone, I am back. Oh, after how many months? First of all, I have to apologize to all of you for taking so long to get this video out to explain everything that's been going on with me. So I also want to point out that I'm going to be talking about a lot of medical things. If you're having a rough time right now, either physically, mentally, whatever, and this would maybe trigger you, I totally understand if you want to click off and not watch this video. As you can see from the title of this video and the thumbnail, I may not have any more coloring chats. And there will be some changes to the channel, and we'll get into that in a little bit. If you've seen my, what do you call it? Not bulletin. I did a post a while ago about my sister passing away a few months ago. But now there is something going on with me, health-wise. I was having pain in my upper abdomen and in my back. My doctor thought that it was an ulcer, and that is what I thought it was, because I did have the beginning of an ulcer last year, and she upped my med for that particular problem. So I had an upper endoscopy the end of June, and it wasn't an ulcer. Let's get into coloring, though. I'm just sitting here talking. I wanted to point out that there are a few companies that, even though they know I am not doing flip-throughs or coloring chats out of their books, they continue to send me their books. Belba Family is one, Alice Mills is one, and Satya and Prachi Dewan Sachdeva have continued to send me books. Now I got 2 of them out because the stone mosaic does not take too long to complete a picture. So I thought if I get through this here picture before I'm done jabbering, we'll go ahead and at least start a picture out of Alice Mills. Now they're both Halloween books. Halloween is coming up. So I am going to color out of the Halloween book from Belba Family first. This is their stone mosaic book, and this is book 7, so it's been out a while. Did that one already. So we're just going to go on to the next one, and I have to get a sheet of cardstock. So how are all of you doing? I hope your week is starting off well. Okay, and this is a landscape picture. I am going to use my Arteza Everblend brush tip markers on both of these pictures. So let us see. Should we just start with number 1? Sure. That's Belba. Okay, R09. Let's see if I can find these. I should have had these picked out ahead of time. R09, okay. All right, so, yeah, it was not an ulcer. So, she's like, well, if it's not an ulcer, what is it? So, after that, I had a CT scan the beginning of July. The CT scan, oh, this is hard. They found a mass on my pancreas. And there were also some lesions in my liver. So they did a biopsy of one of the liver lesions because it's very hard. If you're unfamiliar, the pancreas is actually located in real close to your back. It's very hard to get at. So they did a biopsy on the liver because it's much, much easier to get to. And originally, it came back as benign, non-cancerous. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank the Lord. But as they were continuing to look at things, they ended up doing a biopsy of the pancreas. And it is cancer. It is terminal pancreatic cancer, meaning it is not curable. I can't, it will never go away because it has metastasized to other organs. Excuse me. So I am not sure why that original liver I'm losing my train of thought. Biopsy, showed that it was benign. So, yeah, that it was a hard thing to swallow, of course, right? So, my overall diagnosis is stage 4 pancreatic cancer that has spread to my liver and my lymph nodes. Stage 4 is about the worst you can get. That's kind of the last stage because it has spread, it has metastasized. All right, so then we had to decide, okay, what are we going to do? Naturally, the first route would be chemotherapy, right? So I started chemotherapy on July 7th. Right before, the week before I started chemo, they put in a port. And if you don't know what that is, it is so you don't have to get an IV every time. And they have a really hard time getting an IV in me anyhow. So I was glad they put this port in. And all it is a little gadget. I have a bump up by my collarbone that they can access with a needle. And then there is just a little, what would you call it? A tube? No, that's not right. Anyhow, it runs up to my jugular vein, so the main vein in your neck. And that's how they can draw blood out of it, because I have blood work done every time before I start chemo. Because if a couple of my levels are low, they won't do chemo. So I always have to have blood work done first, and then they leave it hooked up, and that's where all the chemotherapy drugs go through also. So I had that done the week before, so I was all ready for chemotherapy. I will be having 6 rounds of chemotherapy initially, and I completed 4 of them so far. And yeah, chemotherapy is not a picnic, I'll tell you. The side effects, yeah. I have chemotherapy every other Monday, so that they give you a week in between, kind of rest up and give your body a chance to recover. And I have, he put me on 4 meds. Because this is a real, what do I want to say, powerful type of chemo to have. Most people don't get all 4. He said he saves that for the fittest of the fit. And I thought, why are you giving it to me then? But so far, I've been able to handle it. 3 of the drugs I get in the cancer center. And then the last one, and I don't know if it's because it has to be run slower or what, but I get that in a bag also, but it's attached to a pump. And then the pump goes in a fanny pack, and I go home with this pump for 2 days. And then I go back Wednesday, they unhook the pump, and they then give me this little gadget. If anybody knows what Dexcom is for insulin for diabetics, it looks very similar to that. Just kind of sticks on your arm or your tummy, depending on where you want it. And then there's a little needle that pops out. And what that does is boosts my white blood cell count, because the chemo, is, of course, kind of going after those too, which is not good, but that's why they are giving me that also. After these 6 treatments, so I have 2 more to go. Number 2 is yellow, YO2. YO2, there we go. What was I saying? Oh, after the 6 treatments, I get a CT scan at the end of October. It's going to be a long month, I tell you, because I can't wait. We're going to see what things look like in there. I never zoomed you in, did I? Not that it's that important, but after the 6 treatments are done, yeah, I'll have another CT scan and see how it actually looks in there. And depending on that, how it looks, that will determine the next step. All right, what number next? Let's go to 14, which is light blue, B25. All right, where are you? Well, I don't see it. Light blue. Oh, good heavens. Right? Light blue. Yeah, B25. Well, I guess I'm going to have to pause because I don't see it. So, I will be right back. All right, I'm blind. It was in there. So we were on light blue, right? Yeah, number 14. But now I don't know what I was talking about. You know, once you pause or you get off your main topic, it's like, okay, what was I talking about? Yeah, there are definitely side effects to the chemo. The typical nausea. But I do have, the first thing they give you when you go in for chemo are 2 anti-nausea drugs through the IV, or in my case, my port. And between that, I also have 2 anti-nausea meds to take, and they do definitely help. That's it for the light blue. Oh no. But the thing that really bugs me is the peripheral neuropathy. I can't touch anything cold, or my fingers start tingling like, they're falling asleep, and it eventually gets to the point where it hurts. So anytime I want to get something out of the refrigerator or the freezer, I put on a pair of my gardening gloves. I had a brand new pair out in the garage, so I put those on. Looks sillier than hell, but hey, yeah, you do what you gotta do. All right. 14, let's go on to, are there 15s? I see a lot of 16s. Let's go on to 16. 16 is dark blue, B21B. Now hopefully I'll find this one. Yes, I did. Okay. Not sure what it is yet. Can you guys tell? This must be a monster of some sort. All right. Lots of 16s here to do. So yeah, the side effects, they're kind of cumulative. So they get a little bit worse each time. Although the nausea hasn't been too bad now with those meds. So thank heaven for that. These past few days, I've actually felt really good. I felt normal. It's still so surreal. It's been a few months and I still, yeah, it just seems like it's a horrible nightmare and I'm going to wake up from it until you realize it's not a horrible nightmare. Excuse me. So my blood work that they take every time, yes, they look at a few things to determine if you can have your chemo, but they also look at these markers. 3 of them they keep an eye on for the liver, and then of course the pancreatic tumor. My liver numbers have been going down so much in fact that all 3 of them are now within normal limits. So I'm assuming that kind of means my liver is functioning pretty normal, which is yahoo. And then there's a tumor marker that they go by as far as the pancreatic tumor. This last time that I went in for chemo last Monday, the blood work showed that that too is within normal limits. So the chemo is definitely working. And I'm so happy about that. Now, my question is, what does that mean in the long run? Does that mean I'm going to get to live longer? Because originally I had 10 to 12 months, so about a year. So I'm hoping, because of how well everything is going, that it'll be longer than that. I don't know. I guess we shall see. So what is going to be happening next on the channel? Now, I'm going to be asking you guys a couple questions. I really would appreciate some feedback. Even if you're a person that doesn't normally comment, and that's fine. But please answer these questions so I kind of know how you, my subscribers, want me to move forward, and I will do it if at all possible. Do you want periodical yeah, periodical updates as far as how things are going? Or should I just post on the community board? Now, again, I know not everybody sees the community board, or you don't really pay attention to the community board. So if you would rather have video updates, as I feel well enough and up to it, I could record some updates. I thought I would take you along with me on a trip to the cancer center and just kind of show you what getting chemo is kind of like. Is that something you would be interested in, or is that just like, no, don't want to see it? So yeah, just kind of let me know what you would like to see on the channel. And again, if I can do it, I will try. The other thing that I'm going to be doing on the channel, if you've been with my channel for any length of time, and I'm way out of shot, sorry, you know that I have a ton of books and coloring supplies, which I am going to have to get rid of. It's going to kill me to do it, but and all my diamond paintings. Oh, it's going to be so hard to let go. But I'm going to have to. I don't want Bob and the kids to have to handle it after I'm gone. So I am going to be selling everything. And that will also be in video format. Of course, it won't be full price, even though many of the pencils have only been used for swatching. And I have a ton of pencils over here that I was supposed to be swatching out on the channel, but now won't be. So I have a number of sets that are brand new. But again, I still won't charge full price. I kind of have to, get rid of everything. I figured for the books, I am going to bunch them together when I can. For instance, all of Johanna Basford books, I am going to bunch together. Even though, maybe you only need one and you got all the others. Well, I'm, still selling them all as a group. And, like Hannah Carl's on, and all of those. They're going to be grouped together. Now, because I have so many Camellia Angelkova books, Sach and Sach Deva, Color Questopia, Belva Family. I mean, I don't know. What do you think to split those up into 2 groups? Because they are really big, but maybe you want them all. So again, let me know that in the comments, so that again I know what you guys want. I want to do what you want. The first person to email me about a particular supply or books is the person that will get it. I did this in the past with some giveaways of some diamond paintings, and it worked out kind of well, because I don't go on Facebook much, and I don't want to do it through Instagram because some people don't use Instagram. So pretty much everybody does email. So that's how I'm going to do it. Now, all the pencils and the markers, the ones that I have swatched out anyhow, are all in cases. So you will get not only the pencil or marker, you will get it in a case. That the only exception is all those sitting to the right of me. But they're all packaged up, of course, still in their boxes or whatever you want to call them, tins. So they'd be protected in that. My biggest problem is I gotta find boxes to send this stuff out in. I know some things could be sent out via the flat rate boxes that the post office and now UPS started it too. So if they fit in that, I could do it that way. It's a little pricey, but I think it's like $20 almost for the medium. So I thought maybe a couple times a week, again, depending on how I feel. Might not be a video the week of chemo, because that's kind of a hard week. But I was thinking maybe a couple times a week I would post a video selling something. I don't want to sell too much at the same time, because it gets too confusing trying to keep track of everything about who gets what and addresses and who paid and who didn't and all that stuff. I also will have some miscellaneous supplies if anybody is interested. Some things will probably be free because they're not that big of a deal, I guess, but it's still stuff that I'm going to have to get rid of. I am going to keep a couple sets of pencils for now. Again, and markers. Again, because I don't know what's going to happen, Oh, I see I missed a 2 down here. Maybe I won't get to the other book. This is taking longer than I thought. I'm saying a lot. Yeah, it's one of the reasons it took me so long to make the video, because it's a very hard video to make. And I had to decide how and what I was all going to say. I am usually very transparent with you guys, you know, as far as things going on in my life. And that's why I made this video. I had so many people contacting me, asking, you know, how I am and hoping I was okay. And as you can tell now, no, I guess I'm not really okay. But I didn't want to say anything at that point in time. There are just a select few people that know before this video. Now, selling the stuff is just, you know, not only to get rid of, you know, everything in this room, but it's also going to be a way to raise some money. My medical bills, as you can imagine, are piling up. So the selling of these books and supplies, I'm hoping, you know, will help pay for some of that. And I had a thought as I was talking there that I was going to mention, and now I forgot. Typical. I don't remember what it was. But it was important. Dang. Oh well. Must not have been too important. Okay. Yeah, I'm not even going to get this picture done. Wow. Again, I want to thank all of you for watching my videos, commenting, thumbs up, all of that stuff. It did help me to, you know, get a little bit of income. Not a lot, but some. And, you know, if you're interested, you know, you could help me out a little bit, I guess, by going back and watching older videos and then watching the ads, because that's how we make our little bit of money, is watching the ads. And I am still making, surprisingly, a little bit of income. People are still watching my older videos, and subscribers are, or I'm still getting people subscribing, which, yeah, just floors me. It's like, I haven't had anything up in, what, 3 months? So, but it's awesome. I'm actually getting closer and closer to 14,000 subscribers, and it just blows my mind. I also want to thank those of you who do use my Amazon affiliate links. Now, of course, that has gone way, way, way down. But if you're not aware, I do have a generic Amazon affiliate link down in the description. It's always in all the descriptions of all my videos. All the descriptions? No, only one description, please. It is in the description of all my videos. So if you purchase anything off of Amazon, not just what I am showing in that video, yeah, click on that generic link. Whatever you purchase, then I get credit for. So I just thought I would mention that in case you weren't aware. Again, just trying to raise some money here. But, of course, that is all up to you. You don't have to use that. What else? I'm not exactly sure now what is going to be happening with the channel. Initially, when I kind of first found out about the cancer and had a little bit of time to think about it, I was going to be shutting down the channel the end of the year. Just, completely shut it down so I don't get any more income and I don't have to have Bob worry about filing income taxes for me and stuff next year. But I'm rethinking that again. I guess I don't want to commit to anything until the results of that CT scan comes in. I think everything's going to kind of hinge on that. I had asked my doctor if, because everything is looking so good, if surgery could be an option at all. And basically he said no. Just because it has spread already. And even though the liver and pancreas could look very good, there could be cancerous cells in other places in my body that just haven't shown up yet. They're just not big enough yet to show up. But he came from the Mayo Clinic. Now, why he came from the Mayo Clinic to our Wausau office, I have no idea. He has a gal at the Mayo Clinic that he was working with, and she specializes in pancreatic cancer. That's all she does. And he was going to pass this by her. He was going to talk with her about it. Now, I'm assuming this will be after the CT scan results come in. But it would be a huge operation, I guess. It would be over an 8-hour operation because they would have to remove so many things. What that all means, I don't know. Kind of scary, but if it means I'm going to live longer, I would go for it, right? Who wouldn't? It probably would mean I would become diabetic, which, no biggie. I could handle that. Because your pancreas handles all of your insulin, blood sugar levels, and your digestive juices. So, if the pancreas is completely removed, you also have to take things to help digest your food, from what I understand. Again, I take so many pills now. Another couple or whatever wouldn't be that big of a deal. You just take them before each meal to help digest your food. So yeah, please answer just them couple questions I asked. How you want me to go forward with the channel. And again, if I'm up to it and there's things to talk about, you may get another color in chat. Sometimes there's just nothing really to talk about other than an update video, and those probably would be rather short videos. That's why I didn't know if I should just post something on the community board rather than a video. For those, I may just do a face-to-face video and won't color. Unless you would prefer to have me color while I talk. Again, totally up to you guys. Let's go on to the 10 Scarlet R12. R12, here we go. As far as other things going on, I guess that's enough about me. Bob is doing okay, although he still gets food stuck in his throat. And I said, weren't you supposed to go back to have that stretched more? But yeah, he's not doing it. He's gone through so much. And I think it's more when he doesn't take small enough bites and chew it up well enough. But you know, when you're hungry, you're hungry. I know I probably would have the same problem. But yeah, overall, doing good. He has been such a sweetheart, helping me out so much. If something is too cold for me to handle, he'll open it. He'll get things for me. He does all the dishes now. Tell you, he keeps that kitchen a lot cleaner than I did. Let's do 20. We have a lot of 20s, and that's gray. And green CG6. Where is the CGs? There we go. And I would think this is going to be the last color. Yeah, I only have some 5s. 22, 17. Yeah, not too many colors left. Wish I had enough to talk about to finish the page, but I don't. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? How's everybody's weather doing? You know, it was so cold, and then it was hot, and it was so dry. We are in a nasty drought here. But now, the past, 3-4 days? If you include today, 4 days. Rain, rain, rain. It was just so nice. Oh my gosh. We got like 4 inches of rain over, 4 days. Well, no, 3, because that's what the meteorologist said last night. So that's a lot of rain. But it's kind of too late for the farmers. They have to get their corn off early, and they're probably not going to get as many, crops of hay in. Their cows are producing less milk. I mean, it's affecting everything. It was so dry. Them poor farmers. They've been having a hard enough time struggling to survive in this economy. But is it still hot by any of you? I know in the South, you guys, oh my gosh, you've been going through it this summer. How many days in the hundreds? Oh my gosh. Now, I like the heat, but even for me, I think that would be a little bit warm. Especially if it's humid with it. Oh, that's when it's miserable. I don't know. Does it get humid in the South when you get all that heat? You know, and then with us having the drought, other people are having floods. It's like, come on, Mother Nature. Get your act together. I think she forgets who needs what. So, this weekend, though, is supposed to be gorgeous. Way above normal for us. It's going to be near 80. Oh, yes. Anytime it gets nice outside now, I spend the entire afternoon outside, either diamond painting, coloring, doing word search puzzles. Bob and I got hooked on word search puzzles. Until he started binge watching Hill Street Blues, of all shows, right? It was, I guess, a good show. I've never watched it. Well, I seen some episodes when he had it on the TV, but for his birthday, I had given him a tablet so that he could watch his shows and he could look up, you know, things on the internet without trying to do it on his tiny phone or having to get the laptop out. So most of the time, he is watching it on his tablet with headphones on, which is really nice. Especially if I'm watching a YouTube video too while I'm diamond painting or coloring. You know, we're not bothering each other then. Although he never complains. I'll ask if it's too loud and maybe it is, but he'll say no anyhow. It's just the kind of guy he is. Don't know what I would do without him. And then there's, of course, my family. Kids have, oh, especially Heather. She checks in on me a lot. Bless her. And then my sisters and my brother too, you know, they're always checking in, see how I'm doing. So I appreciate that so much. Let's do 5s. We are gonna finish this. Wire 33. And what else has been going on? What's been going on but you guys? Anything exciting? As you can tell, not much exciting. Uh-oh, what was that? Oh, nothing important. Nothing exciting is going on around here. I try to leave the house as the least amount as possible. Mainly it's just to go get groceries, and I do Walmart pickup, so I don't have to go in the store. When I go anywhere, I now wear a mask again because I am more susceptible to germs because of my low white blood cell count. The last thing in the world I need is to catch COVID. Yes, I said that word. Or even, you know, the flu or a cold or anything just would not be good. Okay, number 17 is green, light green, right? Yeah, YGO5, YGO6, YGO5. Yeah, that would not be good. So just when you think the masks are coming off, they're going back on. I know other people, you know, that have started wearing masks too, just because, I don't know, around by you guys, 21 is dark gray, CG6. But here by us, we have had a lot more COVID cases. So that's kind of scary. I know they came out with that new vaccine for the, the newer versions of COVID that have come out. I asked my doctor if I should go ahead and have that and have a flu shot. And he says, no, not until your white blood cell count is up. So I'm glad I asked, because I probably would have went ahead and got it thinking, that would protect me then from getting it. But he said, no, don't do it yet. And last but not least, the mouth 22, which is black. I should be able to find that one pretty easy. That's kind of cute, isn't it? Are any of you guys masking up again? It's just so scary. When is this ever going to end? Every year, a person thinks, oh, next year has to be better, right? It's got to be. Well, for us, this has been a year from absolute hell. Bob's big operations in January. And then my sister passing away from complications of liver cancer. And now my diagnosis. So yeah, it really has sucked. So, did get it finished. Isn't it cute? Again, please answer the questions. Let me decide what's going to happen in the future. So, I guess that's it. I'm not quite sure how long this video is because I had to pause. So, I would like to thank you for watching this video. I hope that, gave you a good update. I did go into a little bit of detail that maybe I didn't have to, but that's me. I get into detail. So you can leave any questions, comments down in the comment section below. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. I don't know at this point, how many new videos will be coming out. So I no longer am posting, one video every day. It's just going to be sporadic. So I hope everybody is having a fantastic week. I will see you in my next video because I should be, posting one, either with updates or starting to sell things. So again, that's not till the end of October. So it will be into November before I would start selling things again, dependent on those CT results. So, as always, happy coloring, happy diamond painting, happy crafting, and bye, guys.